Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Peas Potting. I'm Sam,
I'm Kylie.
and today we are going to talk about a very, very, very good book that we read
Yes.
this month called da-da-da-da, The Perfect Marriage by Jeneva Rose.
Which is going to be a movie, correct?
I think
Or a
so.
TV show? One of the two.
Yeah,
It's getting
it's
adapted into something.
adapted to film in some way. Yeah, I
Yes.
don't remember. I don't remember which one, but yes, it is. I am excited.
I can't wait.
Okay, I just hope they don't, like, mess it up. I hope they don't people we meet on vacation, okay?
Hopefully they do a housemaid
Yeah,
version of it. They do good by it.
yeah, but overall, I'm gonna start with, like, my rating of this book. This was a 5-star for me.
It was a 5-star for me too.
It was so good, and I'm honestly, like, kind of annoyed that I let it just sit on my bookshelf for so long,
I'm so mad I waited so long to read it.
because I've had that for probably 3 years now on my shelf.
I don't
2 or
know if I
3.
had it quite that long. I think I had it for almost 2 years. Well, actually, I think I rated it a 4.5 out of 5-star because I I got kind of irritated the last few chapters, and that was the only reason, but I did love it. I would read it again.
Yeah, I really liked it, and then, like, I wanna read the next one.
So bad, so bad.
So bad. I was, like, this close. I was, like, because I finished it while I was on vacation, and I finished it on the airplane as I was flying, and I was like, "Well, there's a bookstore in the airport."
Oh, yeah, I went out looking for it too, like, the day after I finished it, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like, "Oh, I
I
need
tried
it."
to find it in the hardcover, and I'm like, "I don't want a hardcover when this one's paperback."
Yeah, I want it to match, so I'm gonna probably end up ordering it on Amazon, honestly.
But yeah. But yeah, definitely am gonna have to read it because, like, so I went into this book because it's a psychological thriller, and so I'm like, "Alright, I'm gonna put on my Frida McFadden, like, whodunit brain," because I'm like,
Yeah,
"Trust no
no
one.
one, no
Everyone
one.
is the suspect." But I will say, right off the bat, I did not think it was the husband.
No, I did not suspect him at all, like, he just wasn't on my radar.
But, yeah, I was definitely like, "You did it. No, you did it. No, you did it." And I was wrong every
I was wrong every time. Okay, the 2 people I didn't suspect was the husband, and I didn't suspect Sarah, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, those 2 were definitely, like, not on my radar. Um, Anne was weird. Sarah's assistant, the main character is Sarah Morgan, her
Oh,
husband
yeah.
Adam, and Sarah's, like, a very accomplished lawyer, and her husband is a failed author.
Didn't say so failed, just not
Not
super
so failed, but I didn't say so failed, I just said a failed author. In
yeah,
his eyes, he's a failed author, basically,
and
because
their
he had, like,
marriage
1
is
flop.
yeah, and their marriage is,
Not great.
say, like, teetering on divorce. It should have been.
They probably
Um,
should've gotten divorced, like, maybe 3 years ago.
yeah, because she was too invested in work, and I feel bad for him because he just wanted a family.
They were not on the same page.
No,
She didn't want kids, and he wanted kids. She wanted to be a successful lawyer,
she was a
and he
workaholic.
wanted to be a dad, and that they just weren't on the same wavelength.
Yeah, and so he started to feel, like, neglected from his wife because the book starts and they're getting ready for, like, their anniversary, like a wedding anniversary.
Yeah, like a
He's like
10-year anniversary or
he's like,
something like that.
"Okay, come home, like, and we'll go out to your favorite restaurant and this, that, and the other thing." And she's like, actually, I'm not gonna be there." And he's like,
No, she said she's gonna try.
"Oh, I'm gonna try."
She's gonna try to get off in time, and he's like, "Okay, meet me at the cabin if you can," and then later that night, she texts him, she's like, "I'm tied up at work, I can't make it." Go figure.
Yeah.
She abandons him for work again.
Again. And so, of course, because this has been such a pattern in their marriage, he has a little something something on the side.
Naturally.
Because, I mean, and that's where I will say that is, like, his flaw. Like, if that
That
was the
is his
case,
flaw.
he should have just left.
Yeah.
But I feel
Yeah.
like selfishly he didn't leave because she had a good enough career that he could write without feeling bad or, um, being in, like, a financial strain.
Yeah, she was providing for them, basically. Well, I mean,
Well,
yeah,
she
being a
bought him a
successful
whole ass
lawyer.
house.
Yeah, yeah, a whole house
Whole
for him to go write in,
a
basically,
whole
on the
ass
weekend.
lake house
Like,
outside of
when
DC.
I marry
Y
her, she could buy me a lake house just for funsies.
Yeah, right?
Not to write in, just to hang out in.
Stay out and just have a nice place to go,
Yeah, I wanna just chill at a lake on a weekend, that'd be nice.
right? So his what was her name? Kelly?
Kelly, yes. Kelly Summers.
Kelly Summers was his,
Cute little side piece.
yes, little side piece, barista side piece.
Yes.
'Cause
Worked at
they
the
were in,
local
like, a
coffee shop.
smaller town where the lake house
Yeah,
was, like, outside of DC,
it was like an hour and a half-ish away, something like that.
and so he would go there, and they would spend time together, and the night of the anniversary, Kelly shows up after, conveniently, after, Sarah says she's not gonna make it, like, he didn't even call her, like, she just showed up, and they
Which was
have a
weird.
yeah, that was just suspicious,
A little bit I'm very sus.
very suspicious,
Yeah.
and so they have a nice night, and then doesn't he get, like, a text from Sarah? Something along the lines of, like, wanting to start a family.
No, he doesn't get a text. He tells her that he's gonna be home that night,
Oh, that's right,
like,
that's
later on, and he says, "Don't wait up for me," and she was like, "Okay," and then when he gets home, she, like, wakes up and says she wants to have a baby,
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
because he had decided that night that he was gonna end
And
things with his wife and just start something with Kelly, and, like, he had decided that.
before he left her at the lake house.
Yeah, and he left Kelly sleeping because he tried to wake her up, but she wasn't budging. So he left a note and was like, "It's always been you, it's gonna be you, blah, 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 please leave," or, like, basically, "Leave before the housekeeper comes." Like, this mushy gushy note, and then, "Be out by 9."
Yeah, by 9.
And then goes home to his wife, and she's, like, passed out on the bed, but she hears him come up, and then she's like, "Hey, I just wanna talk to you, blah, blah, blah. I wanna start a family," and then he's, like, all excited, gung ho, and then they do the nasty to try to have a baby,
Yeah.
and that's the end of that night, so we think.
So we
And
think,
everything's all bliss and happy, and you're like, "Oh, yay."
and then he wakes up the next day, and he's, like, on cloud 9, like, "I'm gonna be a dad. We had sex one time after she said she wanted to. She has to be pregnant.
Yep. He's, like, on
I'm gonna
cloud
be a
9, he's gonna
father.
end things with Kelly, he's gonna call her up and be like, "Hey, I know I said that, you know, in that note that we're gonna do this together, but
I
I
changed my
changed my
mind. I have
mind."
to be faithful to my wife.
Yeah. Yeah, after 2 years of cheating on her.
I hope you understand.
No hard feelings.
We good, right? We good? Yeah, we good." And so then he's like, "La, la, 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 la," through his house, and then he hears pounding on the door. Boom, 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 boom. And it's the police. And
Nothing good
he's
happens whenever
like,
they come to the door.
shit. And he's like, can I help you, officers?" And they're like, "Where were you last night?" And he's like, excuse you? They're like, "Well, we have some questions to ask you," and being very, very rough, like right up front, very aggressive right up front. Like he was guilty immediately in their eyes. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Why'd you do this to her?" And he's like, "I literally don't know what you're talking about. You're just coming into my house and talking random things."
He's like,
And
"What are you saying? What are you talking about?"
and they ended up like just telling him like, "Oh, you're coming down to the station." He's like, "Well, you can't just take me. Like, my wife's a very important lawyer. Like, you can't just do that. I know my rights." And he's like, "Well, you don't get that when you're on a suspect for murder." And he's like, "What?" And they're like, "The murder
"What
of
do you
Kelly
mean?"
Summers." And then he was like, just shuts down.
Yeah, as soon as he heard her name, he's like, "Oh,
Excuse
fuck."
me, what?
Like, what happened to Kelly? And then yeah. Yeah, and that was just, like, hooked me immediately because I was just trying to read, like, the first couple of chapters just to get going, and I ended up reading, like, 10 chapters within, like, the first night of starting, and I was like, "Oh my god, this
Yeah,
sucked me in
I think I read
immediately."
like 100 pages the first time I sat down to read it.
Yeah, and this was, like, late at night for me, so, like, I couldn't keep going because I was literally, like, trying to make myself read it, but I was like, I want to, but I can't,
So
like, my
literally,
eyes won't stay open." But it was, like, immediately hooked me, and I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah. Yes, it was one of those, like, definite, like you said, immediate hook when you're reading it.
Yeah.
It and I like how it didn't take a long time to know who the characters were,
Mm-mm.
kinda know what their personalities were like, understand the relationships and why the characters were doing what they were doing. Like, she really put all that right up front, so then it wasn't like a, "Wait, who is this? Why are they acting like this? I don't even know why they even care about this person. Like, what is their relationship?" Like, you know.
Exactly, and that's what I really like, is, like, when authors do that, like, right off the bat where you're like, "Okay, this is easy. Great. You gave me a quick little backstory. Love that. Thank you. We don't need this, like, 300-page explanation of all these people.
Yes.
Thank you."
You don't need 4 chapters of character building.
No, I really don't. Just give me the general synopsis and we're good.
Yep.
I don't need to know all their childhood trauma. I'm okay.
No, definitely don't need that at all. So the story, and I also like how it bounces back and forth from his point of view to Sarah's.
Yes, I love a dual POV so much.
And especially in a story like this, because obviously he calls his wife because she's like the best lawyer. And, like, just being able to see it from both perspectives of him going like, "Oh, fuck, she's gonna find out that I've been having an affair right after we decided we were gonna try for a baby." And then her having to, like, balance that professionalism of, "Well, I'm his lawyer, but I'm also his wife, and he was cheating on me."
Which I'm surprised that was allowed for her to be his lawyer.
I feel like that would have been a major conflict of interest,
Me
but
too.
when it comes to, like, lawyers, you could also, like, be your own lawyer.
That's true.
So, I think that's
That
your
is true.
choice, I guess.
That is true because
And
Ted Bundy represented himself. So
technically, if he thought that I'm pretty sure that if he thought she was trying to, like, skew or, interfere with the trial at all, it would be considered a mistrial
true. True. And she was like the best lawyer in their city.
in DC.
Yeah.
In the
She like
Washington of DC, and that says a
had
lot.
like never lost a case or something like that. Like she was amazing. She was made partner of her firm.
Yeah, of her law firm.
Yeah.
And so you go through, like, he gets taken to the station, and of course he calls Sarah. So then Sarah's like, "It's a call. Your husband has been arrested. You need to come down to this police station in bumfuck nowhere. Thank you, goodbye." And she's like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about?" And so she shows up, and I cannot remember the sheriff's name to save my life.
I can't
Um,
remember his name either.
but the sheriff is, like, super sympathetic of her and, like, kind of looking down on her and be like, "Oh, you're not a very good lawyer. Like, you can't be a good lawyer. You're young and you're a girl and you can't do nothing."
Sheriff Stevens?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so she's talking to the sheriff and like, "Okay, well, what did he do?" "Well, he's arrested for a suspect in a murder case." And she's like, "What? What do you mean a murder case? He couldn't hurt anybody. Like, what are you talking about?" And so then he's like, "Well, I don't think I should explain the situation to you." And she's like, "Just fucking tell me." Like,
She was so dumb. She's like, "Just fucking tell me what the hell he did." And he's like, "Ugh, alright." Could you imagine finding out that way? That you're just like, "Okay."
"Thank you." Mm.
I can
'Cause, you
imagine she
can
was
only
probably
make
just
things
so
any
numb at
worse
that
at this
point.
time. Like, the mistress news probably would have hit me more if it came before the murder news.
Yeah, like, the murder news would be like, "What the hell do you mean? Like, why? Like, do you wanna know?" It's like, "Well, you just told me he's a suspect for murder, so what else is worse than that?"
Well, let me tell you.
Like, "Oh, mistress, okay, okay, alright, cool, anything else I should know? Was she pregnant? Oh, she was. Cool,
Boring.
cool, 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 cool."
Double homicide. Got it, got it.
Oh god.
Lovely.
Like, awesome. Does it get worse?
And gosh, then you feel, like, so bad for her at that point because it's like, "Oh, okay, well, now you're offering to be your husband who cheated on you's lawyer."
Yeah.
And So then it switches back to Adam's point of view, and he's sitting in the interrogation room, and what is his name? Scott?
Scott
Uh,
Scott Summers.
walks in.
No, he doesn't walk in.
He barges.
He barges in.
He's, Kelly's, husband, by the way. The
He
husband that
barges
she
in.
claims beat her.
Claims. Yeah. He barges in, he knocks over Sarah in the process and just beats the fuck out of, Adam.
Just starts wailing on him, and then Sarah tries to get him off, and he hits her
He just shoves her.
and, like, makes her hit the table, and she gets a gash. It conveniently took the sheriff a very long time to get in there.
Very conveniently, like, 'cause okay, first of all, they're watching through that one-way mirror or window, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Shouldn't that room be, like, right outside? Like, the doors should be, like, right next to each other, shouldn't they? It shouldn't have taken them that long to get there.
No,
I'm
they
just
let him do
saying.
that.
I'm no cop, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, the way that, like, sheriff's department was ran gave us, like, our hometown vibes. I was like, "Oof, this is how, I can imagine our sheriff's department would be."
The thing that bothered me, though, is you would think they would get in there faster because he harmed Sarah, who had nothing to do with anything,
Yeah,
who's genuinely an innocent bystander.
that's true, but and then, like, "Oh, sorry, he was just in a fit of rage, that was his wife
He
and
wasn't supposed to even be
child."
here.
Wife and child that he killed, and she's like, "Then he should be on administrative leave."
And they're like, he wasn't supposed to be here. It's like, oh, then why
Then
is he
you have
here?
really bad security.
Fucking
Really,
Marge.
really bad enforcement of oh my god, that she pissed me off. That was a character that, like, I was like, "Why? Like, what is the point of you? There's no point of you."
Marge was the front desk woman at the police station.
And she was just a bitch to be a bitch.
Oh, literally, though.
Like, I did not
She's
like her.
the worst.
Honestly, the worst.
So then, they transport Adam to the hospital because obviously he was
He got the
very
shit beat
wounded. Yeah. His face was all bashed in, not looking good. Sarah was okay. She just got, like, bandaged, basically.
yeah, by the sheriff who started hitting on her.
Fucking Sheriff Stevens. He gave me, like, the ick and the creep from the very beginning. Like, he was
Yep,
just ugh,
me too.
yeah. I didn't trust him. I did not
I
trust him.
suspected him.
Me too. From the
At
very beginning, I suspected him.
at
Just because of
first
how lax he was throughout the entire
their
thing.
process. See, I first suspected, obviously, like, her husband, but then I was like, "Well, that doesn't make sense. I feel like he would kill both of them.
Yeah.
Like, murder-suicide.
Yeah.
Make it look like it." And then I was like, "No, or he would just kill him, not his wife and child." And
Yeah.
so, like, I ruled him out pretty quick.
Because he did send, Kelly, some very threatening texts the night that she was with Adam. Where the hell
Yeah.
did I get Jenny from?
You combined Jenna and Kelly.
Oh. I was like, Jenny? Who's Jenny?
Who's Jenny?
I created my own character.
There you go.
Oh my god. Yeah, so he sent her some, like, threatening texts, which is why Adam was convinced that it was Scott the whole time.
Yeah, so when he finally got to talk to Sarah, he's like, it was the husband. He was abusive. Like, don't trust him. The sheriff's in on it."
Yeah, and Sarah was like, "Okay, that has potential, like, I did see his temper,
Yeah,
like, he hurt me, so"
he's a loose cannon.
yeah, it made sense, I mean, even I was like, "There's potential there."
Yeah, but then it felt too obvious. I was like,
Yeah.
it can't be him. And so, after he gets the shit beat out of him, obviously Adam calls his mom.
Mommy.
Ugh, God, I couldn't stand her. I understand why Morgan didn't like her either.
Well, Adam was a very, very coddled mommy's boy.
Yeah,
Mommy saw that he couldn't do anything wrong. She reminded me
of the mom from the housemaid.
that yeah, that a lot, and just someone who I once knew.
Oh yes. Yeah. Not like he was that coddled though. Not to this extent.
If he was an only child.
Oh yeah. But so he called his mom, and so his mom shows up and she's like, "How dare you let this happen to my son?" And she's like, Thank you. I also got the shit beat out of me, but, fuck me, I guess.
Well, and then she's like, "How is this my fault when your son was the one that cheated on me, knocked somebody else up, and is now the suspect for a murder? How is that my fault?"
Because you didn't love him enough.
Oh, okay, and I'm
I
the one
was
supporting him?
you weren't home enough. That's why he cheated. I was like, "Oh my
You
god."
were a neglectful wife. Like, "Oh, yeah, I'm the one paying the bills, bought him a house?"
Yeah. Bought him
What?
a second house.
A second house. Yeah. 5
Along with
bedrooms wasn't enough for him, so I bought him a whole ass house with 2 bedrooms in the
on the
peaceful
lake
lakeside.
so he can write.
Yeah, but, that's not enough. That's neglectful? Okay.
Okay. And so she, like, immediately is like, "Oh, my sweet boy, what are they doing to you? Let him go. My son is innocent. La, 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 la." And you're like, "Oh."
And then starts talking about how she's gonna look for lawyers, and she's like, I'm his lawyer."
She's like, "Don't worry, sweetie. I'll find you the best lawyer." And she's like, "I'm your lawyer." He's like, "No, I'm gonna find you the best." And he's like, "No, mom. Like, she is the best. Well, we'll see. We'll keep our options open." Like,
Oh god, what
from the first interaction with her, I was like, "Oh my god, you're gonna
I
be
hated her immediately.
insufferable this
Oh
entire
my
drama."
god, I know.
And she was
He was.
terrible.
I did love, though, when she like, the next day when she went around and she said, "Well, I talked to a bunch of lawyers, and I guess you are the best."
And she was like, "Yeah, I
She's
know.
like, "I told you, but whatever."
Whatever. Like, well,
She's like, "Don't take my word for it, obviously."
what do I know? I'm just a lawyer." But
Oh god.
so I don't remember how it happened, but he got sent back to the jail, and then they put his bond out for a lot of
Yeah, he
money,
got
right?
I think it was a 2 million bail, and his mom bailed him out, so he got put on house arrest at the lake house.
Which I thought was so weird,
It was weird that they did the lake house.
and not the house in DC.
Yeah, that's what was weird, but I guess that's where he got
It's the town, like
arrested?
the county he
Yeah.
got arrested in.
Yeah, so I
Which
guess that
makes
makes sense.
sense because then it would cross, like, jurisdictional lines, and if I was Sarah, I would not want that fucker in the house with me.
Yeah, yeah. So she was going kinda, like, back and forth between DC and the lake house and then trying to figure everything out, but before he went to the lake house, she did a sweep in the house before it got cleaned
Oh,
up with
yeah.
the sheriff because
Yeah,
he wanted to show her the crime scene.
yeah, she's like, "Show me the crime scene." He's like, "Are you sure you wanna see that?" And she's like, "Just fucking show it to me. I already know my husband's a cheating fucking asshole, so."
Yeah, just to see if anything else was out of place, but even she was like, "I wouldn't really know too much because 'cause I'm hardly ever there." She's like, "But I'll try."
And she goes over to his desk, and she knows there's, like, a little secret compartment, and she pops it open, and there's a picture of Adam and Kelly making out, and on the back it says, "Take care of this or I will."
Yeah.
Ooh, very
And then
threatening.
the sheriff was like, "Whoa, I didn't know that was there." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, the compartment," but she, like, almost touched the picture, and he's like, "No, no, put gloves on first." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And
Okay.
he's like, "That's actually a really good piece of evidence." She's like, "'Cause obviously," or he said, "'Cause obviously he didn't take that picture, so who took that picture?"
Yeah, that adds another suspect. That takes a little bit of blame off of him, like it could have potentially been somebody. And so, oh my gosh, throughout this book, you just see Adam's like rapid mental decline.
He crashes out hard.
Oh my gosh. So at first he starts like, okay, I'm just gonna try to get back into the routine on house arrest. And then he's like bothering Sarah. And he's like, I need case files. I need to help you with this. I need to help you find evidence. And she's like, I'm a good lawyer, dude. He's like, no, but I need to look at it too.
Yeah, and then she keeps telling him to, like, tell her everything that happened, but he's still not telling her everything.
Yeah, because he's like, well, I don't want to hurt your feelings.
And she's like, "I'm your lawyer, like, don't look at me as your wife, look at me as your lawyer."
And she's like, dude, if you don't tell me everything, like this state has the death penalty. You will die.
He'll die. Yeah.
And that's what they're gonna push for, because
Yep,
this is a double homicide.
yep. And she broke that out to him that she was pregnant, and he was like, "What?" She's like, "Did you know that she was pregnant?" He's like, "No." Because she was drinking that night, and they found out that the alcohol was, like, laced with something, and that's when she was like, "Well, did you test it to see if, like, he had it in his system too?" Like,
Well, no, we didn't.
these cops sucked.
Yeah. Like I said, our hometown sheriff's department. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
They did test, she had 3 different semens in her,
which is
which
crazy because
ugh,
that means it's all, like, in the same, like, 24-hour-ish period.
that's disgusting.
So, who's to say whose baby it was?
Allegedly, it was his, though.
Allegedly. I had
Allegedly.
other and so, that was another piece of evidence that they're like, "Okay, like, one of it's Adam's, one of it's her husband's, but then there's a mystery third
Who they
DNA,"
wouldn't test. They wouldn't figure out whose it was.
which was suspicious.
Very suspicious. Which couldn't you find out whose it was regardless?
Not always, because if you don't have any, like, if you haven't sent any DNA in, there'd be nothing for them to test it, like, run the tests against.
Hmm.
So if they don't have a suspect in
Okay.
mind to run the DNA samples against, they wouldn't know. And you'd have to
Hmm.
have probable cause to get a DNA sample from that person to be able to run against the test. So that's like when they had found out Adam was getting complacent, and he's like, "Mm, I need to do my own investigation." A reporter randomly comes to the lake house one day.
Which also suspicious.
It's she is, and also, like, the fact that he was open to talking to her, I'm like, "Dude, you're gonna blow your entire case by talking to a reporter." Like,
Why was he so dumb?
and also, I find it so convenient that the day Sarah brought over this fucking
The box.
massive box of evidence.
I was picturing one of those, like, brown boxes, you know?
Yeah, the paper boxes.
Yes, yes, that's what I was picturing that she brought to him. That said, like, copies of all the files.
Yep,
That's what I was picturing.
and it was just so convenient that she brought those over, and then conveniently the same day, the reporter came over.
Yep.
And the fact that he was, like, so open to talking to her, I'm like, "Dude, you are the dumbest fucking person.
So dumb. It was not listening to Sarah, who was just, like, literally trying to help him every step of the way, and she's like, "Well, you're not listening to me."
You're
He was,
not
like, the
helping
worst client
yourself."
to have.
Honestly, honestly, he was so stupid. Like, I was
Like,
like, "Do you use your brain?"
no,
"Obviously not."
clearly not. Clearly.
Oh, I could not with him.
His frontal lobe was not developed clearly.
No.
Because his mom coddled him. He's the problem.
Really, it's his mom's fault.
I'm
And
telling you.
so, he has this reporter come, and she's like, "Well, I just wanna, like, hear about the like, I wanna write your side of the story." That typical reporter bullshit, and he's like, "I'll make a deal with you. You find out this information from me, and I'll give you some stuff too." And she's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "I'll make it worth your while. I have all this evidence here. You're welcome."
And, like, 10 grand or something.
Yeah. Like, "I'll give you 5 grand right now and 5 grand later." And she's like, "Well, shit. Alright."
And he just, pulls out, like, a Folgers coffee canister and gives her 5 grand, and she's like, "Wow," and the Folgers can, huh? And he's like, "Yep."
And that's how much he doesn't care about money. That's how much money means absolutely nothing to him.
Well, it's not yours.
That's true. Spend it all willy-nilly however you like it.
Literally.
And so Sarah has been working her tail off trying to find evidence to make sure her husband doesn't get murdered and isn't found guilty of double homicide.
Because I imagine she's doing this case for free, because
Yes, she is. It's a volunteer case. Cause remember her boss, like, had called her in, and
Yeah.
he's like, "You're taking too much time on this case," and she's like, fucking sucks, dude. That's my husband."
Yeah.
Like, he's like, "Well, you've been just neglecting all your other cases, like, this isn't your only case, and this one's for free. Your other ones make you money," and she's like, "Again, husband." Like, and I don't know what you want me to do, dude,
Like, kinda trumps my other cases because, I don't know how to make this more clear to you,
but husband.
husband.
Yeah. And so, there's another guy, I can't remember his name.
Bob.
Bob. Oh, Bob. So, he is also,
He's another lawyer,
at the firm.
and he wanted to be made partner, but Sarah got it
Love it.
because she's better.
Yeah.
And
And so
Anne is her assistant, her creepy assistant.
she gave me, surrogate mother assistant vibes.
Yes! Me too. Me too.
I was like, "Oh, she did it."
I thought so too. I was like, especially when, they were, like, talking about it, and Anne was like, "So you have, like, no idea who did it?" And she's like, "For all I know, you could have murdered her, Anne." And she was like, "Ha!" Like, the creepy, like, laugh, and you're like, "Why'd you laugh like that, Anne?"
Why you being a little friend? I'm
Like,
like,
if
"Yeah."
someone did that to me when I joked, I'd be like, "The fuck? Why'd you laugh like that? Did you?" Like,
Suspect everyone. No one.
but if Frida taught me anything, it's trust no one.
No shit. And so she's like trying to find out this stuff out. I don't remember how, but she came across some information about Kelly
She
and
made
found out
Anne do, like, a deep dive type of thing. Background check.
that Kelly Summers was not her real name. Her name was Jenna something.
Something.
And she had gotten away with murdering her husband in the same
Allegedly.
way that she was also murdered. And I
Eh,
was like, well, that's a little suspicious. That's a little vicious.
a little bit.
And I'm like,
Just
ooh. So then it added like a whole nother like level of like, okay, well, it could be somebody who was related to the husband or friends with the husband that wants revenge for her getting away with murder.
yep.
And so they're like, oh my goodness, like we need to start looking into family members and see if there's anybody who would care enough to murder somebody and frame somebody else.
Yeah.
And so, and Aaron oh my gosh, Sarah were really close, like very close, best friends, BFFs. We're
Anne, you mean?
Yeah. Who did I say?
Okay. Aaron.
Ann and Sarah. Ann and oh my gosh, yeah, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
I keep wanting to say Morgan, even though that's the last name,
Oh, yeah.
but I wanted it to be her first name. Ann and Sarah were like really close, best friends, and worked through with everything. Cause then, of course, at one point, the sheriff suspected um Sarah. Cause they're like, you have probable cause. Like, you find out your husband is having an affair. Like, you want to kill the mistress.
Yeah.
And she's like, sorry, I have a solid ass alibi. I was in DC, which is an hour and a half away, with Anne out drinking, celebrating a case. And
Yep.
oh my god, what was his name? Her friend, Matthew?
Oh, Matthew, yeah.
Suspect immediately for me.
I don't know why.
Because he came to town like right after Adam was convicted.
But this was
Of
before we
this.
knew Adam was convicted.
That's why it's suspicious. The timeline matches up. He never liked Adam.
I never suspected him. I don't know. I just never suspected Matthew.
I did. I was like, you
He was
coming
not
in
on my radar.
You coming into town right as all the shit's going down, and you're like, yeah, I just pop around here and there. I'm just, everywhere. I'm like,
See, he wasn't on my radar. I kind of believed Anne in the sense that he was, like, low-key in love with Sarah.
that's another reason why I'm suspicious.
I just didn't think he killed. I don't know. I didn't think that. He wasn't on my radar.
He was for me. I was like, he low-key
He
loves
was
Sarah. He cares for her so much. He hates Adam. He hates the way Adam treats her. He hates the way, like, Adam just, like, uses
he just didn't
money.
trust Adam. That's it.
Yeah, then what better
Obviously,
way
he
to
was
get rid
right.
of him? Duh.
I just didn't think he just wasn't on my radar.
I was. And then, like, the way Anna was acting, I was like, they're working together.
Oh, you killed me when you said that. I was like, "Really, Matthew?"
Oh, I was sus. Well, at first I thought it was the sheriff. After,
I
like,
was so suspicious of him. And Scott's partner.
yes, Hudson.
Yes. He was just really weird the entire time.
Yeah, and the way that he was just, like, always around. He's like, well, I'm just gonna come watch
Yeah.
this interrogation. And she's like, but why? What? Matthew was like, but why? Why do you need to be in here, dude? And he's like,
Yes,
because
he
I
was
have
just
the right to be in
weird.
here. Yeah, but you literally are useless and you just stand around there and you're stupid and ugly and stink. That's how they were.
That
Like,
is. That's why I loved Matthew.
they just, like, offended him and, like, fucking
They
roasted
just
him till
bullied
he
him.
left. Yeah, he was a suspect for me too. I
Yeah.
forgot about Hudson because once we got towards the end of the book, it was really between the sheriff and Hudson, like, as the story was progressing, because Hudson just, like, was all of a sudden, like, everywhere, and then they were like, "Yeah, but they were with Scott and Scott's alibi." I'm like, "Yeah, but they can lie for each other."
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I honestly thought that, like, Hudson would have just carried out everything for Scott, so
yeah,
Scott's hands
like,
stayed clean.
Scott was, like, venting to him, like, "Yeah, dude, like, I found out she's cheating, and she's so
Yeah.
bad, and I don't even think the kid is mine, and I don't wanna be with her after everything." Oh, yeah, because it's no was never proved, but it was suspected that Scott was the reason why the evidence was lost and Kelly got
Oh,
away with
yeah.
her.
Yeah, and then they escaped, I think it was Wisconsin,
Yeah, something
to
like that.
go to
Michigan?
wherever they are, yeah, and they changed Jenna's name to Kelly, she married Scott, and yeah,
Yeah, and so, like, I definitely could see that of him being like, "After everything I've done for her, and this is how
blackmail and shit like that.
she repays me," and then Hudson being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a good buddy, I'm gonna kill your wife for you."
Yeah, and then that's when what was her name? Rebecca, the reporter, finds, like, these case files for, Adam, and he recognizes one of the faces. He's like, "I've seen this guy before." And when he kept saying that, I thought it was the sheriff he was talking about. I was like, "Is he
Mm,
talking about the sheriff? Is he talking about the sheriff?" And then
or
it
the
was
deputy.
Bob. Yeah, that's what I was mean, like the deputy or whatever. And then he was like, "It's Bob. Oh my god." And Bob happened to be the brother of Kelly's husband or ex-brother-in-law or something like that.
Brother-in-law, yeah, of Kelly's husband,
Yeah, and
who
then
works at
the law
Sarah's
firm
law
with
firm,
Sarah, yeah, so he recognized him
and
from, like, Christmas
Bob has
parties and
always
stuff.
been, like, a major asshole to Sarah.
Yeah, very cocky and just like
"You should just quit while you're ahead. I'll be a better
yeah,
lawyer than you."
and
Okay,
then
side
yeah,
note though, I pictured Bob as, like, an older man.
so did I, kind of fat and, like, bald.
Yes! Okay, thank you. 'Kay,
That's how
continue.
I pictured it. Like, with the old white hair right
Uh-huh,
here, like,
uh-huh.
no hair yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's how I pictured him, just like an old angry guy.
Yep, old angry lawyer in a suit.
Uh-huh. Yep. And then, there's one night he's getting, like, really irritated, and Rebecca's getting, like, scared because he got really mad,
He's getting,
and
like,
then he's like
irately angry.
yeah. And then he looks down at the box of evidence, and he recognizes the handwriting, and then he looks at the back of the picture, the handwriting matches.
And it
Whose handwriting is it?
flips for him.
Yep, and it clicks, he's like, "Oh my god, I know whose handwriting this is."
It's Anne's.
And the crazy assistant.
And so
And I
he
knew it. As soon as
fucking
he said that, I was like, "It's Anne."
he fucking hauls ass out of there. He steals Rebecca's car and drives his ass all the way to DC, and he makes
Breaks
it.
his house, arrest.
Okay. He makes it all the way to the lawyer's office without them catching him. They are terrible sheriffs. Their house arrest alarm system, like their ankle monitors, are terrible.
So terrible. But he also must have been fucking flying.
Yeah. I mean, they were like a decent, I would say they were at least like a good 10 minutes behind.
Yeah, they kept up pretty decently. I'm
But
surprised he
that's
didn't get
still a
pulled over
lot.
from other police, honestly.
Yeah, they could have called it in. Roadblock.
Yeah, exactly. Why didn't they do this police
Because they didn't want to be
department sucked.
embarrassed that they lost somebody who was on double homicide murder suspect that is on house arrest in their county.
True. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And, so Adam shows up, barges in to the lawyer's
The
office,
building, yeah.
and conveniently, Sarah and Anne and Matthew and Bob were all talking.
Well, they were, Sarah and Matthew were in a meeting with, like, other lawyers to try to work on some kind of, like, appeal deal, and then Adam comes racing in and kinda just ruins it all
Yeah. You
because he
did
holds it
it!
up, he's like, "You!" And, like, scares Anne and Bob, and
To death.
Sarah's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, well, for one, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, she's like, "What are you doing here? You're ruining everything again."
Yeah. And then he's just like laying into Anne. "You're the one who did this. You're the one who wrote this. You killed Kelly. Tell them all the truth." And then Anne is like, kind of like quiet, like, crying, kinda scared, but
Yeah.
not denying anything, and so then everyone's like,
And then he tells Sarah, and Sarah picks up both of the things, and she's like she recognizes the writing, she's like, "Aunt, is this true?" And she's like, "Yeah, I knew about the affair," and she's crying, and she was like,
"Bitch, I
"The
thought we
fuck?"
were friends."
And she's like, "Why didn't you tell me? Like, what the hell?" She's like, "I didn't know how, I was
She's like,
scared."
"I wanted him to tell you. I wanted to give him to have a chance to tell you. I didn't wanna be the one to ruin your marriage."
Which I guess fair, but also, like, come on.
Yeah. Like, seriously, if you were that good of friends, you should be able to tell.
Even if he didn't say, like, have an affair, like, "Hey, I saw Adam with another woman. It looked like they were kissing. Maybe you should ask him about it."
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't wanna ruin what we have.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then finally the police show up and catch up to Adam. They're like, "Well, now you're going to jail, you dumb shit."
But then Adam's, like, talking and Scott's there with them, and he's saying, like, "She killed or Bob or somebody killed, Kelly," and Scott just takes it and runs with it and starts fucking wailing on Bob.
Another loose cannon. And I'm like, that is the worst place for him to start doing that, in a fucking room full of lawyers.
The same thing, I was like,
Like,
"Ooh, ooh."
honestly, how did he get away with, like, not getting in trouble?
He's lucky Bob didn't press charges. He's
That's
lucky Sarah didn't press charges when he, like, pushed her aside.
that's true. And, uh, Bob or not Bob, Adam was, like, speaking off like, "Anne's the one who did it. Look, the handwritings match, da, da, da." So then they do take both Anne and Bob in for
Yeah, because it does help his
this.
evidence, honestly.
Yeah, and so, at least, like, to him, it was worth it
Yeah,
to break his house arrest because to Adam, it felt very validating, like something was being
something good is happening for him. Yeah. So they get taken to the police station, Anne admits to writing it, and then the Sheriff Stevens is really fucked up when he starts talking to Bob.
honestly, that made me so mad, and this part in the book made me even more suspicious of Sheriff Stevens because 'cause I'm like, "You are intentionally trying to throw this case."
But yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, so bad. So, he starts talking to Bob, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, she's the one who murdered your brother. Of course you'd wanna kill her. Blah, blah, blah." And, like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was
It
fucked up.
it was pretty fucked. So much so
And
that, like, Bob started, like, crying and just getting, like, really upset and just kind of, like, stopped answering basically because Bob's a lawyer. He knows what to say, what he
knows
can and
his
can't
right.
do. Yeah, exactly.
And Sarah was like, "Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough!"
Oh, yeah.
Like, even Sarah was like, "You are pushing it too fucking."
Yeah.
And the sheriff was like, "Well, I just gotta do what I have to do to get a confession out of people." And she's like, "There's literally nothing to confess. Like, you are literally antagonizing him because his brother got killed."
Yeah, like, you're just being a dick to be a dick.
Yeah, you're using your power to just prove like, "Oh, I have more power over you because 'cause I'm a cop."
Yep. And so Bob walks out, and then, Sarah goes out and, like, apologizes to Bob. She's like, "I had no idea he was gonna do that." And Bob is just kinda like,
Whatever, bitch.
"Whatever." Yeah.
Fuck
Just
you.
kinda walks away. And then, I forget what happens, but somehow Adam is
They
in his
left
own room,
they
and they
left him in
left
the
the door.
interrogation room
Yeah.
with the
Left
door
him in the
open.
interrogation room, and didn't Scott come see him? Scott came to
Yes.
see him,
Scott
yes.
did come to see him and was like, "I don't think you're the one who did it."
Uh-huh,
And
and he was
it's
asking if he talked to
oh,
somebody,
and
and
that
he was telling her about the reporter.
yeah, and that's when he also mentioned about the dude who was, like, stalking her.
Yeah, that Jesse Cook guy.
Yeah, and, like, he could be a suspect, like, "We need to go check on this guy," and that did nothing. But,
Yeah.
like, they were talking about it, he's like, "You need to tell me everything, Adam, like, so I can help you, like, I'm outside now, like, you have 0 freedoms because you fucked up your house arrest,
Yeah.
so now you're stuck here under watch." And he's like, well, I thought it was funny when Scott walked in and Adam's like, "You're not supposed to be here near me."
He's like, "What are you doing here?"
He's like, "I swear,
He's like, "Relax, I'm not gonna do anything to you."
I just wanna find out who murdered my wife, and I don't think you're the one who did it."
Which was very validating for Scott or for, Adam because he's like, "Fucking thank you."
Yeah. So then, Scott leaves, but he doesn't close the door.
He did not. It was slightly ajar, and this dumbass Adam I swear, this book was just nothing but bad decisions.
Yes.
Like, it's all bad decisions. On Scott's not Scott, on Adam's part, just nothing but bad decisions. He
Well, that's
opens
because,
the
like,
door
he just starts
slightly more.
like I was saying, he's just spiraling. He's just like, "Okay, fight or flight has fully kicked in, and it is flight."
It is purely flight. So he peeks his head out, looks both ways, and flees the police station. Motherfucker, what are you doing?
Foot in his orange jumpsuit.
Yeah. I just to get to the reporter's house.
And somehow he remembered where she
Like, the
lived.
area, yeah, and he's, like, in the woods somehow, he makes it to, like, a truck station, and he's just trying to, like, steal somebody's clothes so he can change out of the orange jumpsuit. He manages to break into a truck and steal his clothes, but he sees truckers see him, and so he's like, "Fuck, like, I can't do anything yet because 'cause they'll see me," so he takes the clothes, runs back into the woods, has to wait out until morning before he can go, like, shower and do things because like, they're trying to beat him up because they see him doing it.
Yeah.
So he's heading out in the woods, sees that it's morning, manages to go into the truck station, take a shower, change into clothes, somehow gets out of the handcuffs.
I don't think he
Didn't
was
he?
in handcuffs.
Oh, he wasn't in handcuffs this time?
I don't think so.
Weird. But, and then goes in the gas station, asks to use the, employee's
The
phone, says he
phone.
doesn't have one. His mom somehow wires him money, and then he manages to get a map and remembers where Rebecca lives,
Yeah,
and
he
just
called his mom, and she's like, "I've escaped prison." She's like, "Alright, sweetie, I'll help you. Then it's fine. You have
doesn't think
more
anything
life
of
to
it.
live than me."
Yep, yep, and so then he just continues walking on foot, to Rebecca's house, and he gets there, knocks on her door, she answers in Italian, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And, like, brings him in really fast, and she's like, "Someone's been watching me. Did you tell anybody that, like, I've been talking to you?" And at first he's like, "No." She's like, "Really?" And she's like, "Okay, yeah. I told Scott." And she's like, "Oh my god."
'Cause that
And
was, like,
then
last night.
yeah, and then so, like, 5 minutes into them talking, the cops show up, and he's like, "Did you call the cops?" She's like, "I didn't know it was you." And so the cops show up, and he's like, "Fuck."
"I'm innocent, I swear."
Yeah, and I was like,
What the
dude. Like, this is why you don't flee the cops."
Well, and that's just building a defense against him.
Yep.
You're like, "Dude."
You're making yourself look more guilty by the day by doing this shit.
Yeah, you're not and, like, each time he does this shit, Sarah's like, "Dude,
Yeah, she's just like, ugh.
I can't with you." She's like, "Do you wanna die? Do you wanna be euthanized?"
Yeah, because then I think she got the call the next day saying, like, "He fleed the cops," and she just hangs up and throws the phone in her office. She's like, "Motherfucker!"
I would be pissed.
I'd be pissed too. I would
At that
just be
point,
done. I'd
I
be
would
like,
be
"You know
like,
what? I'm done."
"Represent yourself."
Like, just you know what? Just give him the death penalty at this point because 'cause I'm done.
'Cause oh my gosh. And so, it gets to the point honestly, the trial part was, like
Yeah.
because oh my god. He could not keep his shit together even during trial.
He would not listen. He was, like, more uncooperative than, like, a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Well, when you're coddled your whole life, you basically are an adult child, so
Yeah. And throughout the whole time, his mother was still blaming Sarah for everything, and she's like, "How is any of this my fault?"
if you just would have given me a grandchild.
And she's like, "Well, he's dead. Their grandchild's dead, so."
And so they're going through the trial. But the thing is, like, Adam's mom was acting just as irate with the police and during the trial as he was. So you're like, well,
I don't know why they were so deranged. Like,
there was a point where I did suspect the mom for a little bit, where she thought it was Sarah.
yeah,
But that fizzled out very quickly for me. But
the mom was just crazy.
so strange. But so we're going to the trial and they're trying to get him to take a plea deal because at this point there's not enough evidence. They haven't found who that third set of DNA belonged to, and there wasn't enough to prove for a fact without reasonable doubt that it wasn't him. And so she's like, "You need to plead guilty because then you'll just be in jail and not get the death penalty. You'll just be in jail for the rest of your life." And he's like, "No, but I'm not guilty. I'm not gonna say that." Da, 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 da. She's like, "Okay, well, your other option is to die with no
Yeah.
parole, no nothing, if you plead guilty." And so they go through the trial, and he obviously, like, pleads not guilty. So they have to go through the whole kit and caboodle with a jury. And even with the evidence that they have come up with, they determine that Adam is guilty.
Yeah. But we actually don't hear that he's guilty because it goes like, "We've determined that Adam is dot, dot,
Dot, dot,
dot,"
dot.
and then the chapter, like, the last chapter or something goes 11 years later.
Yeah. Correct.
And then it goes to
Sarah
Sarah walking into the prison, visiting Adam
on the
on
last
his
day.
death day.
Yeah.
They never got divorced because Adam wouldn't sign the papers, and she just decided not to fight him.
Yeah, she's like, because at first she was, like, still fighting for him, trying to find things, and he gradually got more and more, like, crazy. So she gradually stopped going and seeing him at the gym. And so it they get 10 minutes together. And so he's like talking, he's like, "Well, what new things about the case? Like, what other things have you found out?" And she's like, "It's done. Like, there's nothing more that I can do for you." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And, like, she's holding his hands, and she keeps tapping
Yeah.
his hand with her finger. And at first, he's like, "Oh, it's so loving." And then come to realize that she was counting down, like, it was, in minute intervals every time.
Mhm.
They were talking, and it's, like, a minute or 2 left, and he's like, "I don't wanna die, like, you have to figure out something, there's nothing else." And she's like, "This is, like, the 11th hour. There's nothing, like, I'm
She's
not
like,
gonna be
"I
able to
nothing will save
stay
you."
in here and be able to save you. I told you to plead guilty. I literally told you to plead guilty because then this would not be happening. Like, I tried everything I could for you." And then what did she say to him?
Right as she was walking out, she gave him a hug, and then she's like, "I do have a secret for you," or something, and he's like, "What?" And she's like, "I know for a fact that you
"You
are
did."
not guilty. Like, you didn't do it." And he was like, "What?" And then she just, like, smiles as he's walking away, and then she turns and walks away. No, no, it's like a,
A
insidious
menacing.
smile, like a creepy ass smile.
And so they walk Adam down to, like, the chair for him to get, like, hooked up, and so Sarah goes into the
The
viewing
viewing room.
room and
Yeah.
sits next to his mom, and, like, the mom is like, "Whoa, my baby, he's innocent, he didn't do it." And Adam is finally, like, putting the pieces together, and as he is being, killed, he realizes who done it. And
Yeah.
don't we get an epilogue?
We do.
And
We
so
do.
I don't remember what Sarah says something real fucked up to the mom, and I don't remember what that was either. But she leaves the jail and gets into a car with a man and a child, and the man is Bob, and the child is their child.
Their 8-year-old daughter.
And come to find out, Bob was well, we knew it was the brother-in-law, but Bob and Sarah had worked together and concocted this whole plan all along because Sarah didn't want to divorce Adam because she didn't have a prenup and he would have gotten half of all of her things if they were to have gotten a divorce
So Sarah knew about the affair all along.
all along. And it was the perfect way
Perfect
to get out
crime.
of it. Yeah, the perfect crime. And the third set of DNA was the creepy sheriff's.
Yeah! I was happy that it was the sheriff because I knew it was a sheriff, but I thought it was the other sheriff. But yeah. But yeah, so it was, Sarah who killed Kelly, and the alcohol was laced, but it wasn't Adam didn't drink it. It was only Kelly.
Sally so did.
Adam was just dead ass asleep.
Didn't she give him, like, sleeping pills or something?
Something like that, yeah.
That
She put,
wouldn't
like,
come
sleeping
up
pills and yeah, like, she crushed it in his drink or something,
in,
something happened.
the toxicology report.
Yeah, like, when it pop up because it's, like, just sleeping pill. But yeah, so that was a plot twist that I did not see coming.
No, but then, like, it just makes me wanna read The Perfect Divorce because I'm like,
Same.
it's gonna be, like, her plan and her going through this whole thing with
I
Bob.
know, that's why I didn't even want to start reading the snippets for The Perfect Divorce, because I was like, "I wanna read it, and I don't want any, like I don't wanna know what it's about, I just wanna read it."
Yes, me too. I am very excited to read it.
Yes, because like, we'll cover it, of course. But, yeah, I loved this book, it was so freaking good, and it was such an easy read.
Yes, it definitely, like, put me out of my reading slump.
It got me out of mine too.
It definitely was like, "Ooh, I like this." I finished it in, like, 2 days.
Yeah, it was really easy. I was doing it, like, when I could because I was so busy, but I was reading it whenever I had the time to read it, but I did read it, like, pretty fast. But I loved it, it was really good.
Yeah, I gave it to my coworker, and she's like, "Girl, I was up till 11:30 last night. It was way past my bedtime, but I had to make myself put it down because I had to come to work."
Yeah, it's a book that you literally have to make yourself put down because you're like, "I wanna finish it, but, like, I'm so tired."
Yeah, I definitely, like, wanna read more of her books because I think
Me
she is
too.
a fantastic author.
I've heard a lot of good, things about her other books too, so I'm just saying.
I'm excited. And I just adore her, all her little TikToks of her, like,
She's so funny and she's so, like, wholesome.
"Me up." Love.
Yes, yes. But yeah, it was really good, I liked it.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. I enjoyed that
Highly
book.
recommend it. And like I said, the only reason I gave it a 4.5 is because I just wanted to get to the end and find out who done it after a while, like, I just got sick of it, I was like, "Just tell me who did it."
Wait, with the plot twists.
Yes, I was
I
like, "I
need
just
to
need to
know.
know, just tell me." It was just my impatience is why I gave it a
Well,
4.5.
right towards the end too, when it was like the trial and this, I'm like, "But who did it?
Exactly, and that's why I gave it the 4.5 because I was like, "Okay, I'm getting real tired of this, just let me know who did it."
Tell me the answers."
But otherwise, honestly, it is a 5, but, like, it was just my impatience that gave it a 4.5. But I would hands down read it again.
Yeah, it was real.
It was so good. I really liked it. So, we recommend it.
Oh, for sure.
I got really no judgments other than, like, plot twist.
Honestly, I did not suspect her.
She was not on my radar at all. Like, I
Never
was
once.
really expecting it to be the sheriff.
Yeah, I was convinced it was
Sheriff or
either
Anne, one of
Hudson,
the 2. Yeah, Hudson, yeah,
Hudson,
yeah.
Matthew, or Bob.
I could have seen it being Bob too. Yeah, but, like, not Sarah.
No, and the fact
But
that they worked together, and then also her getting in the car with him really also threw me through a loop just because the way that we both pictured Bob, I wasn't expecting him to be like a young guy that she would be interested in. And so I was like, "Wait, what?"
yeah, but then, like okay, so that's initially how I pictured Bob, but then when at the end, when they got in the car, I was like, "Okay." Then I started picturing him as, like, a little bit younger, but still kinda, like, I don't know, just meh? Like, I don't know how to describe it, like, a mixture of, like, Jason Sudeikis and, like, Bruce Willis,
Yeah.
you
I
know? Like, I'm not calling them ugly, but just, like, that style where it's like, "Okay, I guess."
guess.
Like, "Alright, sure."
Alrighty then. But yeah, I definitely am excited to read the next book. It definitely made me
Oh,
wanna
me
go
too.
and just, like, buy it right away
I
and just
know.
pick up where I left off.
Literally, that was me too. I was like, "Okay, I need to read The Perfect Divorce now because waited way too long to read this. It's been sitting on my bookshelf for way too
Well,
long."
and then, like, it all made sense, I was like, "That's why it's called The Perfect Divorce." Like, I'm like, "That's why the sequel is called that."
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, "Oh, that makes so much sense. Got it." Oh god. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I have for this one.
Yeah, that's all I have. It was a good book.
It was a
Make
really good book.
sure to like and follow us on the Instagrams, and like and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us wherever you can listen to podcasts, and on
Yeah.
Patreon. And make sure to leave a review because we very much enjoy reading reviews.
Yes, we love reading the reviews and connecting with you guys and seeing what you have to say. As always, if there's any books you want us to add to the lists in the future, let us know.
If you
We'll
want to know
try to put
any
it
of our
on.
hot takes
Yeah,
and
we can do
judgment,
some hot takes.
there wasn't very much judgment. This was a good good freaking
This
book.
was a good judgment.
Good.
They're not always like this, so
No,
this was a
I
rare
feel like
one.
this is the first one this year that has been ultimately positive all around.
Yeah, that both of us have agreed is, like, super positive, yeah. Wow.
So sad. We're already in April and
It's
it's
been a
supposed to.
year, okay?
Yeah, it is.
And
And it's
it's only
only
April.
April. Fine. It's fine.
Oh, alright, guys, well, have good rest of your April. Hope you're enjoying the weather, having decent weather.
You never know.
Eh, ish.
And and
But we'll see you soon.
we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.